my audio wasn't on. Now it's on. I was explaining that I have a new setup and it's not perfect because I'm kind of like sitting at an angle just so you don't have to see like the side of my face. Uh, thank you. What was that? Why did I get a like on my face? It's weird. But I think this camera looks a lot better than the one that I had. So we'll
Especially
see.
since I'm in it.
Yeah, because Zach's like, he's like in my background.
I'm like a main focal point.
He is. And you better not like do something gross. Anyway, I'm gonna try.
Listening to delayed you. So
Okay, I'm gonna try to turn on some music. So hold on, because I'm gonna yell. Freaking Alexa's not up here. Oh my gosh. Okay, why don't you play your music and tell me how it is?
okay.
I really gotta figure this out. We probably could have worked on that this weekend. Okay, I feel like that's gonna probably be too loud, right?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Well, do you have your headphones in now? Now put your headphones in.
Well, I can't listen on my headphones and play music out the speakers at the same time.
Oh, I see. Here, let me turn on my sound here. You play the Christmas music. Oh, I see. Here, let me turn on my sound here. You play the Christmas music. Oh, I see. Here, let me turn on my sound. Hello, Christmas music. You play the Christmas music. Oh, I see. Here, let me turn on my sound. Hello, Christmas music. You play the Christmas music. Oh, no. We're like in that episode of Star Trek. You play the Christmas music. Oh, no.
Where is Alexa? I'll just go.
I think she's downstairs. Okay, we're gonna figure it out. But I'm gonna get going because okay. So listen to this. Over the weekend, I got like 40 rendering requests, and so I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do them all. But I would love to be able to do a lot of them. So basically right now I have a bunch of folders and I'm just going to start with folder 1. I don't even think this was like the first one that came through, but yeah. So let's look at the message. Actually, I think I can pull this in front of, hold on. Whoops.
You want it in there or just out here?
Out there is good. So if you can see this, okay. So here's some stuff I received. Some photos she sent me. Her name's, I think, Kim. A desk she ordered. Well, then finally the desk came in. So she would love to help. She would love help for her master bedroom. Love to see what you come up with. She sent, I have this L-shaped desk. They were having new carpeting installed. We like neutrals and calming areas. She sent me a couple Pinterest examples of things she likes. You know, like a little floor plan. I'm gonna have to read through all this. So I just like light and area added on there. So there are 2 doors on that wall and 2 closets. The fan we just put up 2 days ago is weathered oak. I'm not sold on it 1,000%, but I definitely need a fan for sure. My husband gets super hot. Also definitely changing window treatments as we hate these ones. I like the fan. I think it's a really cool, that's a trending shape. And I think that like goldish wood will go really well with the neutrals and kind of like blues and stuff that I think they like, these like gray blues and stuff. Okay. So then finally she said, we put up the desk. Here it is. We can move it. And I think she said there's new carpet. Yeah. So basically the goal is to give them an idea for their bedroom. I'm kind of back and forth between what to visualize because I'm just going to pick one of these. So this one, we wouldn't capture the desk in it because I do think that the best place for the desk is on that wall where they have it, just to get it in another area and create like its own area for it. So I think they got that right. It would be weird to have the desk on any of these areas. So this way I would just be showing pretty much like a rug, maybe some sort of chest or bench at the end of the bed and some artwork, maybe a headboard, and I don't know, it's probably not as interesting. So I think I'm going to render this view because I can't even tell what that is on the floor in front of the TV there. Let's go. Oh yeah, it's not there in these other shots. Or we could take one of these shots and put the desk in the corner where they have it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take this shot. We'll do some cropping so we don't have to show this desk area or that table on the side. Okay, so we'll open it in Photoshop. I'm probably gonna have to go back and refer to some of the stuff that she mentioned, but for now, let's get this picture cropped to where we want it. I think there's too much ceiling showing. We don't need to show the left of the bed, so let's do it like this. I would say we have too much floor, but I would want to show some sort of like TV cabinet here, show the desk over there. I probably need a dresser. Well, she said they have walk-in closets, so she didn't really mention needing a dresser. Let's work with this. I could make it a little more horizontal, but I don't think I need to. Okay. Okay, let's work with this. So what I'm going to go for is new bedspread, show some sort of headboard. It's such a big space here that I would like to find a cool idea for a bench here, some rugs. You can't really see this side table off to the side, so I probably will just like clean off the clutter that's on it and then maybe put a lamp there. I'll put the desk back in the corner where they have it now, and then we'll show some drapery options. And let me double check if she mentioned anything about paint. Neutral's calming. I do like kind of this dusty, like it's like a grayish blue color. So that's a good paint color. I think we'll go for something like that. I think we'll do some drapery. They like this weathered wood, so we'll kind of stick with that. I like this bedspread because it's very like hotel quality. Maybe we go with that headspread, and then maybe something that brings in the warmth of like a rattan or something for a headboard. Yeah, these are all really pretty. I think we can't go wrong with any of these looks. And then I'm going to have to look into kind of what to do with the floor area here. So let's jump in. I'm going to go to our Chrome browser, which is where? Jeez. Load up. I have all these screens. Like I said, I need to get this reworked. Hey, I think her name's Kim, but she just asked for help doing some redesign. So I'm right now in the process of sourcing some images to Photoshop and superimpose into the space. So let's look for like a hotel bedding, and see if we can find kind of a pretty simple look. This is nice and white. It'd be great if it was at the angle that we're working at. This is nice. It's cropped though, so that's pretty. And you kind of get the whole bedding. I would like to be able to get the headboard in the shot as well. Too dark. I don't want to spend too much time on this, so let's go here and see if they have any other shots where it's not cropped. Let's see. Let's look up luxurious bed. They definitely like more of that transitional look. So this is too out there, I think. They do have a big room. We could go for like a fun canopy bed, but like without the canopy. It is really tall in there. Maybe not. Sometimes finding the right image just takes so much time. Even more time than it takes to Photoshop into the image. I like this, but let's see, do they have it from an angle? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna work with it. Okay, here, let's put my skills to the test. So we're gonna take this image and I'm gonna get rid of everything around it. So I'm going to select subject, which helps me get some of it, and then I'm gonna add to the selection the headboard. I do like the paneling on this example image, like the paneling and then the two pictures above the bed. I think that's a nice simple look. So we get that in there. I'm gonna give it like 50% opacity. And then I'm actually gonna split up this part. So I'm gonna cut it out and I'm gonna hide it for now. And let's use our transform skew to get the angle on this just right. And a little bit of it is kind of going off the edge. That's kind of nice. It doesn't have to look perfect on the left side. We just want the right side to look right with the room. So I think it would come. A lot of this is like just years and years of doing this, but also like design, like modeling, 3D modeling of spaces, so that you start understanding like, oh, that perspective, well, you understand what perspective looks right and then what looks wonky. You start learning the lines in the room and how they gradually go from this angle to this angle to this angle, and how to detect when something doesn't look right. Okay. Okay, let's get this. And we can see the feet of the bed currently. So it allows us to just kind of place these feet in a similar area. There. So the end of the bed looks okay. And then we'll just need to kind of fill in the middle. So if you see, I'm kind of going over top of their current bed to build what is this new bed. So let's use this portion, copy it, paste it, and let's place it over here, send it behind so it looks like it's the side of the bed. And since a lot of this is hidden, we can just kind of rotate it so it looks right. Okay, and then I think I might just like try to fill in these gaps. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what content aware fill does here. Not horrible. I mean, it's such a small area and you get the idea that we're looking at a gray bed, a gray headboard, and then we can always just like superimpose some new bedding if this looks weird. So I'm gonna fill, oh, squirrel outside. Yeah, that looks a little silly, but let's okay, we'll fix this later. This isn't really that big of a deal. Fill. Beautiful. Okay, so for now that looks okay. We can fix some of that edge later, but it does look pretty good. So now I'm gonna duplicate this background image. Can you see this? Yeah. Duplicate the background layer and then hide and lock the one that's not been tampered with, and then we can start messing with the duplicate. So what I'm doing is, whoops, why does it look like that? Hold up. Yeah. Okay, so what I want to do is get rid of the leg from the old bed. It probably doesn't, no, it doesn't matter because I'm going to put some sort of bench here. Okay, so let's just leave that. Let's get rid of some of this clutter. And we'll put a lamp over there and we'll kind of show the top edge of the end table just slightly so you can tell that's what that is, but I'm probably not going to even like pick a new end table for that. Oops. What am I doing? Okay. Let's see, what can I do here? Get rid of that guy. That looks weird. Sometimes when it's like weird little things like that, just do the content aware fill and it kind of takes everything and blurs it all and makes it look like nothing was there. I can still see a little shadow, so I'm going to do the same thing there. There's a little shadow there. Okay, that looks better. We have, I'm actually going to take this and kind of brighten up the photo a little bit. And then I'm going to go into my hue and saturation and desaturate it slightly because it was just kind of yellowed and I'm pretty sure the room isn't yellow. Okay, now I'm going to actually tackle paint right now. They have beautiful molding. I might do some wallpaper. Maybe, I don't know. thinking like, do we put the wallpaper behind the bed? Or do we do the wallpaper like on the window wall so that it would look pretty with like some curtains kind of breaking up wallpaper, I think, or wall covering? That would look nice. So, whoops. The only thing I need to fix is deselect the windows. And these edges don't need to be perfect because I am going to bring in some window drapes. Okay, whoops. Deselect, yes. Plus and minus, deselect and add. Oh, let's add this portion of wall as well. Just roughly go around this TV. I don't think it really matters. And then let's grab that too. Okay, then we'll go to my levels and we're just gonna bring it down a little bit. And then I'm actually gonna go in and use hue and saturation, desaturate it. It's a little bit purple. So let's bring this blue. And if you can't get the right color this way, you can click colorize, which will make it really vibrant. Get it to the hue you want, and then you can desaturate it. But like, see how that blue is a little bit like ocean blue? I want it to be a little more violet. And then we'll bring the saturation down, and then you can mess around with the hue and the lightness. I don't know. With the bed, it almost looks weird. Maybe I just don't have the color quite right. It's almost, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to separate it out so I can keep messing with the wall color as we add things. I'm probably going to have to do some final touches. Oh, that looks better. That seems to go with the bed a little bit more. Okay, I think let's look for a wallpaper. I call it wall covering, and then let's go to West Elm. I'm incognito. Wall. Something pretty and subtle that they can do just on that wall to add some texture. That's kind of fun. A little bit, kind of modern. Now, am I going to be able to see this on a bigger scale? No, they're not going to show it to me. That's kind of dumb. You know what? Let me show you Spoonflower. I love their wallpaper. It's a little pricey if you're looking for just kind of a cheap fix for a room, but it is really good quality. So let's go by style. Let's go like coastal. Oh, this is like way too coastal. No. How about we go by room, bedroom. Sometimes finding the right search terms. Let's see, floral. I want something subtle. And it might seem like a lot on that wall, but if we get drapes that are covering up, you know, 2/3 of the space, then I think we're still good. I love that. This is a William Morris pattern. You honestly can't go wrong with it. Let's see if they're going to give us a big view of it. Oh, yeah. So they make you go in here and select also available on wallpaper. So let's check it out in wallpaper. And then we'll get some bigger views of it. So, okay, I guess they're gonna make a screenshot, aren't they? But what's great is like William Morris's wallpapers have like a really small repeat. So we can just kind of duplicate as we go. I'm gonna lighten it up slightly. And then let's take this and kind of copy it over. Oh, I'm actually gonna just take it from, you can see where it's mirrored. I'm gonna just copy that portion. And then we'll just kind of repeat, and it can be fudged a little bit because it's gonna be really small way back there. The repeat is, it looks like probably, I don't know, is that 18 inches or so? So we'll just do some guesstimation here. Beautiful. Let's do one more. Okay. Okay, now we'll go up and down. I love working in Photoshop because it's just so, it's so forgiving. Like, even if something, I mean, I've had clients like ask me to change things that just seem absurd, but I honestly don't have any reason to say no because I know in Photoshop I can make it happen. So I usually say yes to most things. They'll be like, "Can I see this?" Like, and it, like, to anybody else, they'd be like, "No, I can't do that." And I'm like, "Sure, I'll figure it out." It might look really wonky if you zoom in, so don't zoom in, but from a distance, it doesn't hurt anything. So, okay. So the next thing I'm gonna do is grab the area inside these windows from the background and copy it and bring it forward. And I'm also gonna bring this bed forward. I think I have everything merged. Oh, let's merge the headboard as well. Okay, so we get that back there. That's kind of fun. Whoops. Just trying to get this color looking right. We'll do shade and shadow later. I have the, you know, I have it set up on my screen so I can kind of see what the actual coloring is, and so I'm trying to kind of match it within this photo. Okay, let's go for some curtains. Luxurious curtains. Let's go for like a velvet, like a long velvet, heavyweight. Yeah, I like that. I kind of want to go for white. Is it gonna let me go here? Yeah. Accept all cookies. Okay, I do like this curtain rod too. So let's just poach it. So I'm actually gonna just select half, and then we will mirror it, because see, the other panel is covered by that chair. in this photo. So I'm just going to take the one that you can see the whole curtain. I'm going to copy it out, and then we'll just mirror it for the other side. And then I only need half the curtain rod as well, because I can just mirror it for the other side. That's what's great about asymmetrical stuff. Or not symmetrical. Not asymmetrical. Symmetrical. Just flip it. Okay. So we got them. Let's get the one closest to us first, because that's going to be the biggest. And then we can scale down as we go. So trying to get this perspective somewhat right. And remember, I'm going to be placing that desk in the corner, the one that they already have. And then as far as coloring, this looks a little pink compared to how it looks online. So let's go in. I think I just need to probably desaturate it. It is a little more yellow. That looks fine. Okay, copy it, paste it, and then let's flip it. Now, the perspective is obviously going the other way, so let's skew it and get it right. And as it recedes, like into the perspective grid, it's obviously kind of slanting, and then it's getting smaller as it goes. It's really helpful if you're looking to get into this type of work. Just invest a lot of time practicing your perspective, and like I even will go into like Google SketchUp and like build models and stuff to try to get perspective just right. And then you can even just like overlay it. Oh, I hate that. So, you know, if I was like taking a photo of a room, and then I could build up a model in SketchUp and then try to get your perspective in SketchUp right, and then you can export it as an image and then overlay it in Photoshop, and then you can see, you know, the perspective of your model versus a photo. So just invest time playing around with that stuff. Okay, I'm going to select a foreground color. I know it just looks kind of silly, but it's just so small you can't really see it. Also, I'm realizing I placed these way too low. Let's just stretch it. It's forgiving enough. Cool. So duplicate that, bring it this way, and then if we just scale it, it should kind of maintain that, the slope of the perspective. And then we're just going to have to bring in this last one slightly. And it's going to be behind the bed, so you don't even need to be able to see the bottom. See? Cool. I like it. I mean, we could always change up the wall covering if for some reason it doesn't jive with the final. But for now, I think it's good. Don't forget to save. Never forget to save. So I'm going to save it to the same folder where I have everything. Whoops, I don't want to save it as a PDF. Let's save it as a Photoshop file. Okay. Now, let's go back to our browser. Let's look for like a side table with lamp that we can bring in. I don't want it to be attached to. let's see, bedroom table lamp. I want it to feel kind of hotel quality. I can probably make this work. Copy that. Bring it in. It's kind of beachy. All right, so what we're gonna do here is just kind of pretend this is the top of an end table. Try to cut it out as much as I can, but I'm just doing it really rough right now. This is all gonna be behind the bed. Okay, and then let's lower the tolerance on that. Use our magic wand and kind of select these areas. We're gonna get rid of them. Like it's gonna be tiny back there in the corner, so anything that's left won't be showing. Cute. Okay, and then there's like a picture here I want to get rid of. All right, so now scale it down proportionally. That's way too big. That's much better. Send it back. I think, let's mess with this angle first. So it's giving them a hint of like, if you wanted to do a wood side table, this is what it could look like. But I'm not picking products for them. That is something that people need to pay for. These are all free renderings. If you would like to submit your own room to get a rendering, go ahead. I had about 40 requests come in this weekend, so I can't say I would get to it immediately. But who knows, maybe I'll prioritize Twitch people because I want to try to build this up. Okay, still looks a little big, or maybe it's a little high. Yeah. Okay, I like that. We are gonna add light, shade, and shadow, all those things. But for now, let's add, if anything has like a drop shadow, or like there would be a shadow behind it, I like to just duplicate it, make it dark, and then lower the opacity quite a bit. So that looks pretty good. Let's do the same with these curtains. So I'm gonna, oh, I just did. I duplicated them. I'm gonna make them really dark. I'm gonna send them behind and then lower the opacity to like really low. Just enough that you can see. Now it's barely visible because of the wallpaper. So let's just merge that and then we'll send it behind the bed. Cool. Okay. Okay, I'm getting like spam and I don't know how to get rid of it. Okay, we're just gonna leave it because I don't know. Okay, let's look for a bench. Bedroom, bench, and rug. Maybe something with a nice like contrasting color to bring in, you know, some golds along with that violet gray we have. So let's see how that ends up looking. Sorry if you can hear stomach noises.
Sorry.
It's not me.
Let me see if I can hear it.
You probably can't, but it feels loud. This is kind of cool, but the problem, the reason I didn't go with that last one is because of the wood tone. It doesn't go with the room. Can you hear it?
You can totally hear it.
Oh my gosh. Maybe I should have a filter or something. I'm so sorry.
Sorry about that.
It's just that the angle is just not. I've totally tried this bench before. I like this one, but I hate the giant throw they put on it. So do I find a picture without it? That's not bad. Let's try it. We have to figure out this rug thing, because these rugs, or this carpet, it's nice, but it's just very bland. It's blah. We're gonna select the subject. Okay, I know I'm gonna have to do some, maybe not. I was like, ooh, I know I'm gonna have to manipulate this, but maybe not. Okay. Not awful. Again, needs to be slightly desaturated. Everything's looking a little more yellow. And then this angle. Okay, we'll darken up things like under it and around it. This too, I think it's too yellow. There. Okay. Pretty good. Now let's go for rugs. Bench and a bed. Let's look up some inspiration images and see what people would do. It's almost like you do a rug like almost, I don't know, halfway under the bed and then sticking out. Should we try it? Okay, I'm gonna go ruggable. Should I do something contrasting? I guess let's just put it in and see what we think. Let's go for something big. 9 by 12. Okay. It's nice having this all side by side. We can kind of look back and forth and see what looks good with the room. I have this rug and I love it so much. I don't really want something too dark, do I? I love that you could hear Zach's stomach. That was really funny. Yeah, it's just with the texture on the walls already, I'm nervous to bring in something that has like a heavy pattern on the ground as well. So I'm wondering if we go for more of a solid, but in that case, we're not looking at Ruggable. Let's go to Crate and Barrel. Gosh, all these pop-ups. Let's filter by rug size, 9 by 12. Why does it look like this? I can't even like see. Something comfy. This is pretty. Ooh, I like that. It's like a sage color. That's pretty. Let's try it. So, oh, I think this is the whole rug. Okay, let's do that. I like it because it pulls out some of that green in the wallpaper. Let's select the subject, copy it. Ooh, that does not look good with the carpet. Okay, let's go back. I don't want to see the close-ups. I want to see them far away. Do something like this. That feels luxurious, like hotel-y a little bit. Blue versus gray. Is blue more of a white? Oh, no. Or like an ivory. Or do we go gray? Let's see. I don't know. All our whites are now getting weird. I'm gonna probably end up changing the color of those curtains, maybe make them dark. It's really hard to tell what color this carpet in this room is. Like, is it true white? I think what I need to be okay with is like not showing them a product that's like, maybe the product's not available in that color, but I'm just showing them like, look for something in this color direction, because again, this is not like a paid package, so I'm not giving them actual links to these items. I'm just showing them, look for things similar to this. So I need to be okay with that. I get really hung up on trying to get things exactly the way that they look on the website or something like that, but I have to remember that this is just design direction. Okay, that'll look a little bit funny until I get some like shade and shadow. I'm gonna send one down below, give it a little bit of a drop, and desaturate that quite a bit. Okay, and we'll darken that. Like I said, I'm gonna fix these. I just wonder if they should be darker, almost like the same as the wall color, or if they should be white. But if they're gonna be white, I feel like we need to match them to the new rug, the white rug. Let's try on bright white. Like pinky white. A little lighter. Bright and white. And then what I need to do is take the upholstery on the top of this, and it can't be so creamy either. Okay. I like it. It's looking good. Okay, let's do a weatherwood like entertainment center here, and then let's get their desk in the corner, and I think we're getting pretty darn close. And we'll add some light, and then oh yeah, some artwork above the bed there, I think. I don't want like cheesy hotel artwork. I want just like pretty. That's pretty. I feel like it should be more square or something long and thin like this. That's nice. Okay, let's do this guy because the space between the headboard and the crown molding, like the room has a huge vaulted ceiling, but the crown molding starts kind of low, so we don't have a ton of space between the two. So we're going to do something more long and thin, long and narrow. I don't want it to look too crowded, so we'll do something small. And then let's bring this down. It's a little too saturated for rendering. Bring that saturation down. That looks beautiful. Oh, is it too big? Maybe. And the skew is slightly off. All right. So we got our artwork. Let's look for like a weathered wood. What about a dresser? Because it doesn't really matter. You're only gonna be able to see the top of it here. Weathered wood dresser. Honestly, the biggest issue is going to be able to get this angle, like we're taking a picture right above it, basically. Bear with me. Ooh, marble. That's kind of pretty. Or something like this with like a white top. That's really pretty. With a marble top. I love this. Can I get this to work? Why are these buttons? Oh. Maybe. Okay, I think we can manipulate this. We can make this happen. That actually looks really nice with the rest of the room. Okay, so basically gonna take it, put it here, and just skew it to death. And then we'll fix it. But okay, that didn't work. Okay, we're gonna take the front, cut it. Let's get that right. So it would probably come out about that deep-ish. There we go. The angle's slightly off. You're just looking at the top of my head. Okay, so that's probably about right. And then this would be just the side. So let's see what this comes up with. Oh, I see. Okay, let's grab that and just kind of duplicate it a bunch. Okay. Let's merge them. Doesn't hurt. And then let's bring this up. So it's like that's the side. The side would actually be quite a bit darker because we're like in the corner, but I can fix that. I'll fix it after. Okay, then we have our top. I'm actually gonna, whoops, delete it. Delete, why? Okay, delete. And then I'm gonna take a better picture from the top, from the website. Select subject. Let's get rid of some of that. Transform, skew. This is the funnest part, I think, like getting perspective of things right. It can be very, very, very frustrating if it doesn't work, but when it's working like this, it's fun. Okay, so if that was the real top, it would be pretty bright. And then let's get the side on there. It would be a little dark like that. Okay, and then let's get this side dark. Yeah, pretty good. I think the only thing that looks weird is the legs. So let's chop them like here, and then just give it like a little side. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Kind of give it a dark side. You can't even really see it, but At least I know it's there. I like that. I know it would probably be wider, but for these purposes, I think it's amazing. And then let's do some sort of like dresser, like a jewelry box or something. Jewelry box. That's kind of pretty. Maybe we do something like that, just like an antique-y thing sitting on top, and then we'll do like some sort of plant or greenery maybe next to it. I think that's nice. Plant. Let's see, like dresser plant. Small plant. Yeah, that's cute. Little olive tree thingy. An olive house plant. The select subject tool actually used to be a complete piece of crap, and it's gotten a lot better. I'm going to take this TV and copy part of it and then bring it forward so it looks like the plant is behind it. And this guy, let's make it smaller. Maybe I'm no, getting rid of it. You know, or I could put this here. Yeah. Whoops, bless you.
Oh, excuse me.
That's not bad. Let's flip it. Okay. I don't know. Maybe that's silly. Maybe it just needs to be smaller. Yeah. I can't spend all day on this crap. I have a lot more to do. Whoops. All right, now let's get the desk in there. All right, let's go back to the pictures she sent. It does look nice over there. We're just gonna take it and pull it in, and then I'm gonna cut it, and it's just gonna be, whoops, where is it? Oh. We have to rasterize it if I'm able to like mess with it. You're just gonna kind of barely see it over there. So I think what I'm gonna do is take this part, copy it, and kind of skew it in place. We'll just build on top of it. Okay, and then we'll take this part, which is the top, we'll skew that guy into place. Looks silly. Oh gosh, that's probably not even the right way I should do that. Let's make this brighter. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of all this. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so let's just build this. So the top is like where? Right under the window. Let's do a little bit of I'm going to use my clone stamp to kind of clone stamp some of this wood color there. I know it looks crazy. Okay, we're going to draw it. I think it's, okay, so now it goes up a little bit. It's a little higher. Like this, probably. It is a little more orange, but we can match that next. And then this continues to the wall. So let's just use our clone stamp and put that under there. A lot of cloning, a lot of copying and pasting. Okay, then let's remove this. And that'll all be dark under there. We'll make it all dark behind here when it's done. Okay, I don't know if you can really see this, but this is like the top. That's the side, and then I'm just gonna build like the metal leg frame here. Let's just make it white. Okay. That looks pretty good for a piecemeal desk. Should we give him a desk chair? Probably. Let's go in first. Get rid of some of this. Grab that. Merge it. Oh yeah, let's grab that. Send everything back. Let's get all this merged as well. This comes forward. I'm not going to merge that. And then, so we have our desk, and I'm going to just go in here and give it a little more orange. And then for this side cabinet, I'm going to desaturate it. I think that looks okay. Okay, now let's finalize everything. So let's do a let's see, desktop monitor. Select iMac. That's good. Okay. Got a little computer. Let's do a desk chair. That's pretty. I like that. Copy. paste. Got like a nice gold base. Let's select the subject of that as well. Paste it. And then get it just right. The base is like a little wrong. Oh no, I messed that up big time. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and darken the curtain that's back there. Let's try to get this stretched a little bit the way it would be in real life. Oh my gosh. Oh, scratch discs. Scratch discs. Okay, I'm gonna save it. Actually, I'm gonna export it as a PNG to my desktop, and I'm gonna close this, and we're just gonna have to not save it. Whoops. But it'll save us a oh no. Okay. Okay, it looks like we did save it not that long ago. So we just needed to close the program to clear the scratch discs. Thankfully, I had just saved it. So we're gonna keep moving on and praying that that doesn't happen again. All right, I'm gonna just finish up quickly. Let's do this, squeeze it a little bit. Let's select the subject. Okay. It just looks big compared to the desk. It's okay. I'm gonna get the curtains out of the way. I'm gonna, whoops. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna darken these, and I'm gonna darken this portion of the wall covering that's like behind the desk. Okay, we're gonna take the base and make it a little darker, and then we'll do some shade and shadow. So, oh yeah, so I lost my computer, but that's fine. Let's do like a desktop lamp, task lamp, and let's see if we can just find an image that has something on the desk. Oh, this is cute with the green. I like that. Let's just do that. Mhm. Flip it. Flipper. Cute. Actually, I'm going to flip it back. That looks a little more real. And then should we do like a notepad? This is, seriously, I'm going way overboard. It just looks like there's something on the desk. That looks really dumb. Okay. I don't know why this looks kind of warped here on the edge. It's like bubbling out a little bit. Better. All right, what else do we think? Let's put something on the TV. Just a pretty screensaver. Oh, I just saw one. I like that. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Background. Nature. Nature. Screen saver. Vintage. Let's do that. Love it. All right, there we go. So last thing I'm gonna do is go ahead, I'm gonna create a group from all the layers, and then I'm gonna duplicate, whoops, I guess we gotta close this again because our scratch discs. I will spend some time clearing things. So then we duplicate the group, we save one, and then one of them we just merge so that we can start doing our shade and shadow and it affects things the way that I want it to. I'm gonna turn on this fan light. By turn on, I mean make this white and then add some glow around it. Okay. All right, so let's start with our shadow. So we'll go into darken. Make sure your foreground is black. And then I always have my background be white so I can toggle between them when I'm doing darken and lighten. And then our opacity is at 4. I can probably do it a little bit bigger. So right now I'm going to get some of these bigger spots. Get some gosh. Okay. Okay. Let's export. Okay, I got it. Okay, we're going to export this image. We're going to save it in the same folder. And then we're going to export the original. All right, then I'm going to close this and I'm going to open the PNG I made and just work on that. Okay, now let's see if it messes with us. So we're just doing some of these darker areas because naturally away from the window it's going to be a little bit darker. And then over here we'll add a little bit here behind, add some here. There's already like shade and shadow on some of the things in the room, but the objects I brought in are not, they were from like photos, you know, that are not in the room, not casting the same light. So it's important to come in and kind of give an overall shade and shadow across everything. Even like where the ceiling meets the wall covering and those types of things. That looks a little dark. I'll just lower the opacity a little bit. Yeah. Scratch discs, it's like the temporary memory that Photoshop is using as I'm working. So it's like, you know, when you do undo and redo and stuff in that session, it's saving all that memory. And so when you start a new session, obviously it clears things from your clipboard and all that. And so my scratch discs were full with way too much information. Not because Photoshop can't handle that much information, but because my computer has like 0 memory left. That's why. So I need somebody to help me clean off my memory. Okay, almost done with the shade and shadow. What happened? That's so funny. I had like an edge to this bed that is just gone. So I'm gonna mimic it. Just kind of pretend that's the edge of the bed. This rendering is taking way longer than it should. So I think maybe I just picked a really difficult one to start. I'm trying to make this look like it's like under the bed. Okay, that looks all right. Let's make the light on again. ceiling light. Let's do a little bit of shadow behind. Okay, give it some depth. And then let's go to color dodge. We switched to our foreground. We've switched to white being the foreground color. And now I'm going to use the color dodge brush to kind of brighten up. What it does is just it takes the brights and like makes it even brighter in those areas. Sometimes I add a little bit to like TVs so it looks like it's glowing from behind. And then we can add a little bit here at the window. We can add a little bit across this bench. Ooh, that's too bright. We can add a little bit like at the edge of counters and stuff so it looks like light's casting on it. It's a little high opacity, so I lowered it slightly. Okay, and then finally I'm just going to use soft light and bring this up quite a bit and make my aperture bigger, and then just make it look like light's kind of flooding in from the windows. Oh, let's also make it look like this is casting some light. I like it. I told you the edge of this bed is kind of wonky. It's kind of weird. It's fine. Okay, save. I think it looks pretty good. So if you remember the before, it's right here. There's our before, there's our after. Before, after. All right, thanks for joining. If you have a request, go ahead and send it in the link in my panels. You can go to the request panel and fill out the form and see if I choose your photo to do a live